The Jewish Week on JN1.
The final results of Israel's parliamentary election are in, and it seems that the country's supposed march to the political right has done an about-face, with a surprisingly strong showing for centrist and liberal parties. The biggest star to emerge was Yair Lapid. His center-left Yesh Atid party stormed into second place with a surprisingly strong showing of 19 seats. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud Beit-New alliance still won the most seats, but the resulting dead heat between left and right-wing blocs has made Lapid the key power broker in coalition talks, and will likely significantly weaken the influence of Netanyahu and his right-wing allies. Yesh Atid party's success came about through channeling populist frustrations over Israel's rising social inequalities and the increasing financial burden on the middle class. A charismatic former television personality, Lapid was able to attract a large following in the largely secular Tel Aviv area by promising to abolish the military exemption for ultra-Orthodox Jews and address the country's high cost of living. The party was only founded a year ago, and it seems to be riding still simmering anger expressed through the social protests that took place during the summer of 2011, when thousands of Israelis rallied in the streets of Tel Aviv to demand social and economic reforms. Experts say the results show a change in priorities throughout Israeli society, which are likely to influence Israel's policies both at home and abroad.
This is a very important election. What it showed is really a shift in Israel's affairs from what I will call a center-right government or right-wing government to a government that is going to focus on issues pertaining to the Israeli society, the economy, the sharing of burden, the relegation of ultra-Orthodox into the periphery, the re-emergence of the international posture of Israel as a centrist country rather than a right-wing country. So the results are forcing Bibi Netanyahu to choose a centrist posture rather than a right-wing posture.
Although winning 11 fewer seats this election, Netanyahu's Likud party and its ally Yisrael Beitenu together are still the biggest bloc in the parliament, and talks are underway to form a coalition with Yesh Atid, one that will leave Netanyahu holding on to the premiership, while Lapid takes on a high-level cabinet position, most likely the post of foreign minister or finance minister. While Lapid has said he won't try to form a coalition with left-wing parties to block Netanyahu, he also said he will only join a government committed to sweeping economic changes and an overhaul of the system of government, while also demanding serious efforts to resume stalled peace talks with the Palestinians. Netanyahu has grudgingly accepted the idea of establishing a Palestinian state, but his Likud party is dominated by hardliners who oppose Palestinian independence, which could be a sticking point as the two sides hammer out a coalition deal.
If an Israeli prime minister wants to go to the negotiation table, he will sit in the negotiation table. I think this is part of what I'm going to do, is try and make the next government do this, because it's so essential to my mind.
The election also seemed to be a victory for women, with a record number of females elected to the Knesset. Women now make up 21.6% of the parliament, beating the United States, where women make up only about 18% of the current Congress. But as Israel's parliament shapes up to be among those with the most females of any parliament in the world, it's at the same time set to be one of Israel's most religious. 10 new observant MKs are joining this Knesset, meaning 1 in 3 members is a practicing Jew, a figure that includes such Haredi blocs as the United Torah Judaism and Shas, both of which do not allow women to run for parliament. The rise of the religious right is likely to clash with the largely secular center as the latter enters into coalition, with Yair Lapid and his new party insisting that the government revisit the benefits awarded to Israelis who choose to devote their lives to the study of Torah and bring about an end to laws exempting ultra-Orthodox Jews from military service.